What is up, my puffer people? I don't know those. What is up, my puffer people? It is I, Kane, your puffer pal, back with another video. Today we're looking at a list of 15 darkest Pokemon fan theories. It's probably going to be terrible. No, I'm just kidding. Let's check it out. Could dead Digimon really be corrupted Pokemon? What? If that's a real theory, I'm going to not be too pleased. Number 15. Okay, this is a theory I feel like everyone knows. Okay, so this one isn't that, at least not until you consider wearing the skull of dead childlike grief. Your states that would evolve into Marok, and then to start the whole Darkin over again. This dark fan theory could actually be true. Yeah, I mean, this is a theory that, like, I feel like most Pokemon fans, like, if you're a Pokemon fan, you know this. You've heard this theory. And it's believable. Like, it makes sense. I'd say it's pretty like a legit theory. It's a good theory. Is that dark? Yeah, but like, not that dark. A Ghost Girl. See, I know who the Ghost Girl is. I don't know this theory. Like most Pokemon games, X&Y are fairly positive and lighthearted. However, there's still one, the Ghost Girl, of course. For Ender, you'll know some music, screen will blink, or you know you're not the one. Man, I want to know. I actually do really wonder what, she's about. There's also another with creepy, though it's unclear if there's a relation. So it's a dark theory. Some fans think that it's looking for a specific. Tells you that you aren't the one. That she's a source where some players could get unreleased legendary Pokemon. 2 was very much intentional. Of course it's intentional, but, that's not dark. Oh, wow, she was intentional. So dark. It's just, I'm sorry, but, come on. Not dark, and that's not even really a theory. And that's clearly unreleased legendary. I don't know, that's very not at all good. It's a terrible theory. There's no evidence to support that theory. I feel like she's just there to be there, creepy. When you make a video game, sometimes you want to, add just random fun little events to kind of get people speculating, because it gets people talking about your game more, so that's what I think that was. Legitimacy of course, Lavender Town. You can't not mention Lavender Town story was not a fan theory. If you haven't read the story, it goes like this. There was an increase in child suicides in Japan. To link to a game location called Lavender Town, where an unsettling song plays in the background. Most of the stories programmers created the song with deadly frequencies. First, there was no proof of an increase in adolescent Japanese suicides. Poster remains fictional. However, the story could have some truth to it. People state that the Lavender Town song does make them feel incredibly uncomfortable, experience a seemingly sourceless sense of dread. Take binaural beats into consideration. Are certain sounds that affect our brainwaves. It's far from holy when it comes to a legitimate. I don't think listening to music, Pokemon music's gonna drive kids to kill themselves. I'm sorry, but I just ain't buying it, Chief. Really? There are few adults seen in the Pokemon game? What game are you playing? There are plenty of adults. If there were more of them, maybe they would stop children from running around on extremely It's not that dangerous. And there's so many adults. Genuinely, there are, plenty of adults in the Pokemon games. I'm fancying that this has to do with the Great War that killed most of the adults. What? When being ready to battle may have less to do with success and more to do with the post-war. No. No parents. What? We know there was a war, but perhaps the professors on a catalog. Terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, I usually like to respect it. Nah, terrible. Terrible and incorrect. Because there are plenty of adults in the Pokemon world. Dark Origins of Pokemon. Okay. There you check it to the Wudo at. Okay, some kind of Pokemon where there is a massive nuclear war. Oh my god, I believe in Sinnoh within the game. created the universe. It's the Pokemon are human beings, were at first the same species before evolution split Pokemon people apart. Is it not my Pokemon? How this concern more overload than a canon origin. Perhaps one of the most interesting origin theories of Pokemon is very alien. Some I believe are actually an extraterrestrial. Well, we know some are extraterrestrial that destroyed all plants and animals with the exception of humans and imitated our wildlife. Pokemon aliens become subjugated and also became few things. First of all, in the original anime, we saw Pokemon animals, so false. Second of all, this is incorrect because we know for a fact certain ones are aliens, so I feel like we would know if all of them were aliens. Ash is in a coma. I've heard this one because in the first episode he hit by lightning, and now he's in a coma, and that's why he's. Wait, I just sorry when wait. Show depicts. Yep, that's why he never ages. Some explain that Brock is Ash's repressed sexuality. And that Garyoke is a This is, of course, a total garbage theory and a sad one, too. You could apply it was a gene though to almost any fantasy, and it could work. We're glad this one doesn't. But, oh, yay, we're here! Digimon are really corrupted Pokemon. Let's hear the less dark and more hilarious when you think about it. Disparate rivalry between the Digimon and Pokemon franchises. However, it almost seems it could be probable. No, it really couldn't. Okay, Pokemon from your PC. Not a lot of information on where they go. Clearly. Clearly. Let's say, what's clear? Pokemon are being used somewhere, so where they're being released into the wild. What? Digimon and the Pokemon, or rather, our universe in which Pokemon is a video game are either in the same dimension in different worlds. I hope you guys see the next one. I really hope you guys do. Like, I really hope you guys see the next thing. Okay. Whatever. Are either in the same dimension in different worlds or in overlapping dimensions. Digimon universe is filled with creatures that are actually the quarantine. Okay, no. I'm sorry. Okay, so first of all, 9/11, not something to joke about. So, I know, sensitive topic for many. So, if this is a sensitive topic for you, you might want to skip ahead a minute and a half, 2 minutes, because, yeah, it's been proved. But Pokemon Black and White 3 is clearly heavily inspired by New York City. Yes, but so a cracked editorial boosted a fan theory that certain regions of the game reference a 9/11 terrorist attack. I just believe the bar and that allows there's an imitation. In the route, there are destroyed buildings in the game sets and a meteor causes damage. A meteor, we find out, is the Pokemon Kyurem. The Pokemon is not. Oh my god, which makes one wonder if Pokemon to make an offensive joke. Okay, but when you play the game yourself, this will be totally different. Route 4 is a desert, not a wasteland. The Pokemon are actually thousands of years old and fall apart because of age. There's no mention of meteor in Route 4. Kyurem isn't even 9/11. Get your facts together, fan. Dude, really? Are genetic experiments. Okay, this one isn't. Okay, Ghost Pokemon reappear, strike fear into the heart of their opponents and fight against like types would be very difficult for the clumsy Team Rocket to catch. What? Okay, that after attempts to catch Haunter, decide to experiment and genetically engineer. Okay, see, I was with it, but like now that I've actually heard their theory, it's terrible. But being Team Rocket, they failed. Not so effective. The squad bodies can't possibly be natural either. Handwritten warnings of the two Pokemon are danger. Yeah, no. Under a Medusa. I've heard this as a joke. This Pokemon doesn't open his eyes because he is cursed. The offending curse is the mystic eyes of the Gorgon. The curse that would befall the victims of the mythological Greek monster Medusa. Anyone who looks at her face and into her eyes would turn to stone. The cursed rock doesn't open his eyes for fear of cursing others. This is also why he became a rock type. This series kind of said, but was totally unfounded. His own Rock's character he was temporarily that it would be perpetuate a racist stereotype of Japanese people. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, that's great. Okay. Or actually oh god, why? Why do people come up with these? Or hell, depending on what. Okay. This series suggests that Team Rocket's presence in almost every episode is much more intentional than you think. In fact, the entire Pokemon series is actually about them. In every episode they're in, Jessie and James fail to capture Pikachu. Their attempts aren't so insidious. The Joe's very cheesy. Okay. So don't mind. They also don't seem failing. Team Rocket is actually in purgatory or possibly hell and are punishing themselves over and over. They committed while they were alive, but accidentally killed her in the process. Pikachu. Hey. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't think that Pikachu was a girl. Okay. Killed Ash. This is actually pretty dark. Okay. And he killed him, so Ash is always and never evolves. The very dark could be fun, but the Pokemon Red, yeah, I doubt they may. Yeah. Names of dead trainers in the wild. Oh my god, players definitely have a defined use on the ground. However, it gets a little awkward and dark when you consider that I'm saying out of the game are there remains of trainers who have been eaten. Okay, but when have we seen Pokemon eat people? You could leave that there is or consider the all-encompassing gym layer theory that includes it. The ultimate Pokemon conspiracy theory states that the characters Red and Blue are genetically engineered human beings created by leveling up and Pokemon evolutions are caused by Pokeballs leak radiation. Have to make a weapon. Of course, items we find are telltale remains of devoured unlocked trainers in the wild. Is this a whole of the first? Okay, if you guys want to see a whole thing on this, a whole video on that. Maybe we'll see. Depends how much this video, how this video does. Well, towards a Pokeball. Okay, I've heard this. It's not a bad theory. It makes sense because the Pokeball factory is close to where you find Haunter. The eyes are the same. It would make sense. Gengar, another one that makes sense. Same shape. Realistically, not that dark. Neither of these are very dark at all. And Ditto's a failed Mew clone, I've heard, but this one I'll at least read because the fan theory has been found for quite a while and is definitely haunting us. Mew, the ancestor to all Pokemon, contains cell structures of all other Pokemon in its body. Dark fan theory suggests that scientists once attempted to create the world's most powerful Pokemon, plan to clone Mew and increase the Pokemon's power to do so. This resulted in Mewtwo. Mewtwo is the only creation that resulted from the mad experiment, to fail quite a bit before he succeeded. I don't know if that's true, but and one of the scientists' failures was Ditto. Mew is able to reproduce asexually, and Ditto is the only other Pokemon that can do the same. Can Mew reproduce asexually? Have we seen this happen? Both have origins on Cinnabar Island. Both are the only Pokemon that can. They have similar stats. Mew and Ditto? Wait, we're talking about Ditto here, right? Mew has 100 across the board. I mean, they have the same stat across the board, but I would not say this is similar. 48 across the board. I would say, in fact, it's nothing alike. And since when... Let's see. Can Mew reproduce? Can Mew breed? Mew is genderless. Manaphy can breed. Can Mew reproduce asexually? Like, Mew said to of every Pokemon. Those in theory, so these were some pretty weird fan theories. Most of them weren't great, but you know. Anyway, what's my favorite of these theories? Probably none of them. No, probably the Cubone is Kangaskhan baby, because I feel like it's not a fact, but it's basically a fact at this point. I'm a fan. The rest of them, most of them were pretty weird. This one, like, the Ghost Girl's cool, but the dudes they gave were bad. Not terrible. Worst ever. Terrible. Horrible. Terrible. Horrible. Actually, hilarious. Best one. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Actually, yeah, I like that one and that one. And this one, it's not bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see me look at fan theories more, it's really fun. So if you guys want to see more, and please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, my puffer people, stay puffed.